Peaceful greetings and welcome back to my channel. So today we are here with Matt and we've been having a powerful
So
conversation.
much.
Yeah,
It's getting cold now, though.
it's been cool though.
It's been great.
It's been
I
great.
loved it. Thank
And
you.
it happened by, divine appointment,
It
I
did.
guess. Yeah.
Definitely. Absolutely.
Okay. So I wanted him to come and do this video with me because he was talking about,
Star
some
Destiny.
yeah, some things that I talk about on my channel. So I was like, yeah, this is totally befitting to go on my channel.
Mm.
And so I have, done videos where I'm talking about the people attempting to do failed destiny swaps and stuff like that with chosen ones, high vibrational beings, star seeds, star blossoms, indigos, right, and all of that. And so yes, he started talking about the actual star that presides over people's head, like this light that's over my head.
Mm-hmm.
Like there is a actual star, and he was talking about another content creator. You want to go in on that?
Sure.
Yeah.
So, don't have a ton of knowledge on it, but it's just so fascinating. Her name's Erica Mukisa, and
I'm gonna put her
she
information in
definitely
in the description, okay?
look her up for sure. So she was like a fourth generation sorceress witch from Africa. I mean, very powerful family of sorcerers, and her grandmother would talk about the Star of Destiny and would teach her as a young girl about how you can see them over people's heads in the spirit. And she said that you can tell when people have are going to do big things in their lives, like someone's going to be a celebrity or someone's going to do a lot on this earth. Their stars shine really bright and you can see them, and that these sorceresses and these witches, they know how to steal these stars of destinies off of people and put them on others. And I was just talking to her earlier, TalIsa, right?
Yes.
That's how people often make it big in this world when they sell their souls, is they go to these sorceresses and these witches and these warlocks that are really powerful, and they steal these star destinies and they give it to these talentless idiots, and all of a sudden they blow up. Why are they blowing up? Because they've just stolen. And she talks
And
about,
that's about the blood sacrifices.
yes, absolutely. Well, you have to shed blood in the spirit. She says blood is currency in the spirit. So the more blood you shed, the more you get out of this physical realm. And she also said that her grandmother was able to utilize the moon to steal people's stars of destinies. And I don't know how she did it, but she would somehow attach herself to the power of the moon, and the moon was able to grab those stars of destinies off people. And they didn't need to be there, they could be anywhere. She'd grab them off as long as she had power over them. But she said that they glow bright or they don't glow at all. But the demons, spirits, whoever we are out there we can't see, they will bother people who shine bright, who their star of destinies shine bright.
And they also want to lower the high vibrational beings
Yes.
vibration and frequency and energy,
Yep.
so that they can actually do these attacks and do these things to get the stars.
Absolutely.
Because if you're in high vibes, when they're actually doing these attempted swaps, they can't do it.
It's
And
absolutely
if
true.
you have not sold your soul, or you do not have enough karmic debt or
Yep.
something like that,
Yep.
that's bad enough, they can't do it either. So they
Absolutely.
try to get you to maybe use drugs or to do something low vibrational,
Yep.
so that they can get you to do something bad enough that they can actually take it too.
Yep, or sacrifice, shed blood, a lot of animals, or even go as far as sacrificing a human being.
Human beings, yeah.
That's right.
They be doing a lot of humans.
Yep, yep,
A lot of humans.
yep. But Erica did state that she was
They
taught.
be eating them too. Like,
do.
do not like.
They absolutely do.
They
Absolutely do.
listen. They tried to sneak some, and I'm telling you guys this for the first time in a video. I'm pretty sure this is the first time I'm saying this. They have attempted to sneak human flesh into my food.
Oh my goodness.
Yes,
I believe
a
it.
few different organizations, a few different, groups of people in different locations, which is crazy too. That in itself, it wasn't just in one area. It was like miles and miles apart,
That's crazy.
hundreds
Yeah.
of miles apart from each other. But, there is another dude that I seen his testimony, right, or his, story, and it was a guy, I forget his name, but I think he's African too.
Uh-huh.
His mom had actually basically married him off to a witch that was 60 years old when he was an infant.
Oh my gosh.
So
Yep, that's another thing too. You know, is putting young children through sexual, you know, activity so that they can, you know, merge them into the occult and all that kind of stuff. But anyway,
Yep.
the other thing too is she was talking about how her grandmother could steal anyone's star destiny, and
not anybody's.
No, that's right. You're right. That's right.
They can't do anybody.
That's true. Not anybody. No, you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
But she would see her grandmother do this to specific people who were running companies, who had a lot of success, and as soon as her grandmother would steal that star, everything would start to fall apart. Money would go away, they'd lose their companies, and their lives would just fall apart. And it's like Erica said, life is spiritual, you know.
It's very spiritual. It's spiritual first.
It is spiritual first. And she said we're built, human beings, we're physical, but we're built on energies, right? And that life is spiritual, period. That this is a spiritual thing. Our skin is spiritual, but we think it's physical, but everything is spiritual. It's fascinating stuff, but that Star Destiny stuff is amazing stuff. And that's why your big celebrities can make people pass out in the audience and do weird things, right? Because they have obviously bad help, you know, spiritual help, but those stars that they steal from other people, they shine so bright that people can sense it in the physical realm, you know, and that's why people will be passing out at concerts and stuff, you know, when these celebrities get up on stage, but they never had that power before.
And they're also when they're doing their music and things like that, they're actually sending demons out through the music.
Yes.
Like they're literally sending the spiritual demons, like literally out into the audience through their voice, through their songs, through their music. And it reminds me of this old school movie. I forget the name of it, but there was two you know, like older fighters, right? And then there was one younger dude. He didn't know that he was supposed to be like kind of like a chosen one, a chosen fighter or whatever. And so he was just living regular life or whatever, and he ends up going to this town, and the old people lived there. Well, I guess because of his abilities, like he brought people like old school fighters like out of retirement, because they was in retirement because there were no like worthy opponents, right? Like to even fight, you know. So he brought these motherfuckers out of their retirement to fight them, you know.
Definitely.
And then in when they ended up actually like really fighting these different opponents or whatever, there's these two Asian dudes that have this, like, I don't know if it was it was kind of it wasn't a keyboard, but it was like something that they could strum, but they would cross their right leg over their left leg to hold it up. Both of them would like get into a seated position like they were sitting in a chair, and then they would cross the leg over, and then they would strum this, and it would actually send when they would do the strums, it was actually sending out like different weapons. It was sending out different things. And
sound frequency.
So the woman, the old woman who was just acting like she a cripple, not cripple, but she's an old woman, you know, so she's just sweeping up, you know, the neighborhood and doing all this stuff. Anyways, she I was like, I hope they don't put no parallels together. I'll be sweeping up the gutters. No, anyways, so she had like this lion's roar. So if anybody knows the movie with the lion, the woman has the lion's roar. So she would like do this like loud pitch, and it would like shatter the glass and like bust up stuff. Like, so anyways, that movie, where those two guys, they're dressed in all black, okay, and they do that little move, that is very reminiscent of how the demons come out of the music. So I wanted to say that so you guys could, if you go see that movie and you get the clip, somebody put the movie in the comments, okay, if you know which one I'm talking about. It's an older movie, but that actually will give you a visual. If I find the movie clip, I'll put it in this video.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Have
And
you seen the concert footage of Travis Scott's concerts? Where they show the demons like diving. There's black blobs that are diving through the crowd. Have you seen that?
I've seen some. I don't know if it was Travis Scott's or not.
It was Travis.
I'm not sure. No, because I've seen I've seen multiple videos where they have the shadow beings, the dark entities or whatever. And stuff. Some people can actually see those without a camera. Some people can see that with their naked eye. They can see these beings or whatever. But the individuals that actually can see them, they want to they want to do things to them so they can't see them. So this is the thing. There's a whole bunch of different entities and beings on this planet. Okay, it's not just shadow beings, demons, and that thing. There's individuals that are shapeshifters. You got individuals that are like the movie They Live. Like that are projecting themselves like they're human and they're not humans. So people are like, oh, we're gonna get invaded by aliens. No, you already got aliens around you, all around you, whatever you want to call, these demons and beings. They already all around you. You just don't. Your first eye, aka third eye, is just not open enough to perceive them.
It's true. It's very true. And and I think more so in the last 2 to 3 years, there's been a lot of sightings and people catching like the most craziest beings that I've ever seen. It's not just the things that go bump in the night anymore. Like crazy physical apertures, or apparitions in people's backyards that look. It's if you do some research, you can find. TikTok's actually a good place to find a lot of videos.
Okay, I don't do touch. No offense.
You don't do what?
Touch.
I'm sorry.
I don't allow people to touch me.
Sorry about that.
Okay.
TikTok's a good place to find footage. They still haven't censored a lot of it, and you can find a lot of like this crazy stuff out there. But there's definitely something opening up in our world, and there's something coming in. A lot of stuff coming in that hasn't been here before.
And some of the stuff actually has been here for a long time.
Yeah.
So the old people used to have, I'm going to say this, the old people used to have this saying, and it says, there's nothing new under the sun. So the thing is that once you become more aware, the more and more, because I did another video where I talk about the spiritual sight being just like people's physical sight. You have people that have 20/20 vision all the way to people that are blind, okay? And you have people that literally are everywhere in between. So your spiritual sight is just like that. It is like like your physical sight. So some people need glasses. Some people need contacts for whatever level of sight that they're at, right? Some people need them thick bottle cap bifocals. You know what I'm saying, right? And some people need it when they're in the light, and some people need it more for the dark. So the thing is that as you become more and more like aware, as your sight, your spiritual sight becomes clearer and clearer, you begin to see more and more. That was already there. That's already around you.
And most of the time, if there's that little movement, the side of your eye that kind of causes you to turn your head and nothing's there,
something was there.
That's something.
Something
was there. It's true.
Animals be seeing it too all the time.
I know, but you have to trust that. You can't deny it. You have to trust that, and and not deny that you've seen something, and you'll start to open up to that more. But a lot of people don't want that. They don't want to deal with it. So anyway, so that was it. That was our little story. But look up. This woman seems very wise and spiritually wise beyond her years. But if you also want to look up that Erica Mukisa, ERICAMUKISA. She talks a lot about the spirit and just kind of the rules and regulations of the spirit, and what's going on in our world and what's coming, and just different things like that. So it's pretty fascinating.
Yeah, and so a lot of the stuff that I have been speaking about to you guys, and I have like been telling you, is that exactly how these people have, you know, stolen other people's
Yep.
to their destinies and
Yep.
their stars or whatever.
Yep. They're
That's
real.
why these mofos have been coming at me so hard, because
Yep.
they already know
Yep.
my destiny
Yep.
is huge,
Yep.
and they have been attempting to come after me
Yep.
and come after it.
Yep.
But the devil is a lie today, tomorrow, and always.
Yep.
Always.
Yep.
And so, you know, listen, I'm gonna say this is gonna be the last part I'm gonna tell you guys, okay? And then we're gonna end the video. I always say I'm gonna do short videos. This is probably gonna be the shortest one I got on there. But there was a guy who I don't think he's a pastor. I'm not sure if he's a pastor or not, but you know, he went in on, you know, basically how when you are fighting, there are particular what is the word that he used? Because it's a particular word he broke down. And with that, you know, it's like when you're putting on the full armor and you're actually, you know, actually going into battle, like you're not going into battle to pat a cake. You're not putting on armor to just sit on the bench like you in football and they benched your ass. Like you going in and it's balls to the wall. I'm going to just put it like that. You are going in, and this is spiritual warfare. And he was describing how it is basically, in a nutshell, to the death. Like you got to take this demon out, or they're going to take you out. So when I say I'm a spiritual assassin, I am a spiritual, you know, like I'm a demon slayer. Like this is legit. Like you it's either you or them. For real. Like and you know, there's a scripture. Now, you know, I'm not religious, but there's some wisdom in some of these scriptures. And it says something about, you know, faint not. And so the fainting not is part of you, like keeping the faith, continuing to fight when you're tired, continuing to fight, and realize when they start going harder, that's right when you about to have your breakthrough.
That's true.
That's right when you about to, you know, have that destiny is coming into play. Your star is shining bright.
It's literally glowing.
Yeah. So that is right when, that's when you got to go harder. And that's when a lot of people want to give up. And that's like that story, you know, 3 feet ending 3 feet from gold, 3 feet from oil. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's like Erica says. She says that that spiritually, those stars, they glow really bright, and if you're about to have a breakthrough or your life is on a good path, your glow, your stars are going to glow like no other, right? And that's why there's always a lot of demonic attack, or there's attacks in your life.
They've been attacking me like crazy recently. I mean, they've been attacking me my whole life, but you know, it's been a little intense.
That's right. That's right.
More recently.
It's because whether they're spirits, entities, whatever, they can see that glow, and so they come after you because they want to discourage you from being powerful, right? And so they get at you. And so it's not some fake thing. It's real. Like it's a spiritual, physical thing that they can see over your head, and that's why they come at you. But if you're not glowing, they leave you alone. So I mean, you know, there's a lot more to it, but
because they see that you're basically one of them, and they don't have to mess with you.
That's exactly what is low vibration. Right.
And as soon and I've told people in the moment, right, about like different entities and beings, and a dude tried to do it to us just a few minutes ago. He literally drove by and on his bike, and he rode by on his bike, and he said, "Peace be with you." But behind it was the demon, right?
You
So
could feel it.
so he said it, he kept saying it, and I said, I said, I am peace. I said, I am. Not only do I have peace, I am peace. right?
Yeah.
And he started like,
That agitated him.
yeah, demonically tripping.
It did. He said, I didn't say you were peace. I said peace be with you. You can't be peace. He got mad.
Yeah.
That was darkness.
It was, and it went, but yeah, his energy was already dark, but he was trying to mask it and cloak it.
Yep.
He was trying to cloak it so he could come by with a smile and say that, but he also wanted to be a distraction. He also wanted to be a disruption. He also wanted to bring the vibration, because we were having a high vibing conversation.
See?
He wanted to bring the vibration down.
Yep. And it's a glow in the spirit, and he didn't like that. Whatever's.
So he came over here to try to take it down a notch or two.
Golly,
He immediately came over here and tried to take it down.
That's what happened.
Yeah. And so I have literally told people in the moment when it was happening, like, that was specifically to bring the vibration down.
Yep.
Specifically to bring our high energy.
That's right.
You know, and so we didn't let it. We just kept on going. But, you know, if you are aware of it in the moment, you can see it for what it is, and you don't let it affect you.
Yep. Well, Erica says another thing, too. I was just telling TalIsa a little bit ago, is that though we're physical beings, she said that she was taught that human beings are built on energies, multiple energies that
bodies.
Yes, that make us who we are, right? So
okay, come this way just a little bit.
So it's like we said, it's like you said earlier, that everything is spiritual, everything, right? So even those little interactions, everything is spiritual. Just because we got a physical body, it doesn't mean that like we're not experiencing the spirit all the time.
All the time.
That stuff happens.
Day and night. Day and night is spiritual. Yeah.
For real. But we are. Yeah, it's crazy. It's what we're learning in these last days, or whatever you would want to call them, is amazing. And there's so much disclosure, and we're really opening up to so many new, I think, so much new knowledge. It's really cool.
Yeah, I had so many demons trying to come at me.
She does.
Earlier, I was over there. I was over there by my little place, my wagon covered with a tarp, and they was. I got videos of them. You know, they was trying to come at me hard. You know, I'm just minding my own business, fixing my signs, doing what I got to do. I was just gonna drop off 2 gallons of water and go, like, just keep going. I got other stuff to do. And you know what? I just go with the flow and follow what Spirit is saying. And as I was actually going to get on the buses, I met him and we started talking, and I just went, you know, we're with it, because it's like, because it was like, you know, we needed this conversation. And then the conversation is sparking this video. That's how Spirit works. Yeah, and then you guys can learn from the conversation and the video now that we're sharing with you guys, okay?
Life is spiritual, period.
Yeah.
It really is. It's purely spiritual. Even though you can feel this, it's 100% spirit. It's just a different kind of spirit. You know what I'm saying? You taught me. You said that tonight, too. It's all spiritual.
Yep.
You told me that. It was a confirmation. So, anyway, thank you for letting me be a part of your video and to speak to your fans.
My soul tribe.
Your soul tribe.
Yeah.
That's right.
My soul family. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so we're going to end this video. Thank you guys for watching. And if you need anything else from me, you can find it in the description. My 2 websites, my activity ebook, as well as Nieve Tigre's YouTube channel. Go over there and subscribe to his channel. I am going to add, what's her name?
Matt.
Erica. No, Erica
Mukisa.
Mukisa. I'm going to add Erica Mukisa's information in the description as well, so you guys can go and just subscribe to her too. I just did just a few minutes ago.
She's the real deal. I just met her for the first time tonight. She's the real deal. She's connected to the spirit big time. This one right here. So.
You talking about me?
Yeah. You're the real deal. I'm serious. I can see it like on your countenance, like when I first met you. Like, you're out here battling for real.
Yeah, I'm out here really battling.
This isn't for clout. This is the real deal.
I do. I think when I do some of these videos, people be like, "Oh, whatever, you know."
Please.
But I really be battling these demons.
Yeah.
Like in a couple of videos, you can hear the demons in the background
I'm
yelling.
sure.
You
Whispering
know,
or doing something.
yelling. You can hear them yelling.
Yeah.
Like they were like, "Oh, why are you doing this
Stupid.
video?" And they were so mad because the topic I was talking
Of
about.
course. Yeah.
Yeah.
You were agitating the air. They
Yeah.
don't like anything, any goodness.
They were so mad.
Nah. Peace be with you. Like, he was so angry. Peace
He
be
was,
with
yes. He started off calm though,
You're not
because he was
peace.
like, yeah, he started off calm so he could
did.
try to get in.
you. Yeah, but that it was.
That's how they do it. They try to open the door with the peace, with the calmness, with the, it's like, so he wants us to open up our energy. He
Yep.
wants us to consent. That was the consent. The first two pieces where he's coming in with that fake
Right.
ass energy.
That's right. And distraction.
And distraction. He's trying to get the consent and us to be cool with him, right?
Interesting,
And
yeah.
so when we were still guarded and we could, because we felt the underlying energy, then when we come with, that I came with the peace, the real peace.
Mhm.
Then he was like, oh,
came
he
correct.
ain't really peace.
No, that's
And he
right.
showed it.
That's
He
so
showed
true.
that he really wasn't peace. Even though
Well put.
he's professing that out of his
Yeah.
mouth, that's not what he really is.
Wasn't
And
at
it
all.
came out. The
It
shit.
did.
Listen, they say test the spirit.
Yeah.
Well, that test, he failed that shit like a mug. He failed. Big time. Big old F. Fail.
No, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. It was not legit at all. Wow. You speak better than I do. You put things better into words because I can't speak as well as you. But this girl's the real deal.
The woman.
Mhm.
The woman
She's
is
got
the
some
real
wisdom.
deal.
She is.
Do the girl thing.
Did I say girl again?
Yeah,
Oh,
he
gosh.
did. He's using.
I'm learning.
He's-
Shh, I'm learning. You didn't hear that.
Okay.
You didn't hear that. Woman.
He's working on
Wise
it.
woman, yeah.
He's working on it.
It
It
I'm
is
a
a
typical guy.
It is a slang. It is a very
I know.
popular
It is,
slang
it is,
here
it is.
that people do use. So it will take being aware
Yeah.
of it and then actually consciously
Yeah, but you
working on
deserve
it.
that respect, though. You deserve that respect, Just that little, even that little bit. Woman.
Woman, yes.
Powerful woman.
Okay, thank you very much.
Anyway, thank you guys.
Thank you guys. You guys have a wonderful evening, AM, whenever you find yourself finding this video. And make sure that if they coming at you, you go harder. Because you know what time it is. Because we just told you what time it is, okay?
I'm with it.
All right. Peace.